So we should be live right now, but before we kind of get things underway, is there anything that you want to plug or anybody you want to shout out?
Nah, I ain't got nah.
All right, it's funny like when I just started doing these interviews, everybody was giving like tons of shout outs, and now all of a sudden all these players I got like I'm like, all right, you got any shout outs? And they're like, no, like I got nothing. And I'm like, all right, man. Anyways, first things first, I asked you, I said, oh, so I mean, it looks like you're in a hotel room and everything. And you're like, yeah, because we got practice. Like something so casual for you to have to go and stay in a hotel room and like be far away from where you live. What's it like, having to kind of do all this extra stuff just to get in a couple hours of practice with your team?
What is the question? Because I really don't
Yeah,
understand that.
yeah. I'll kind of like what's it like? You're doing all this extra stuff. You're having to stay in a hotel and drive super far and kind of go out of your way just to practice. Like what's that like?
What does it feel?
Yeah. Like yeah. Because like I feel like like it's kind of crazy. You're doing all this stuff just to practice for a couple hours.
I mean, I'm just chilling. I'm just like sometimes I'm happy like just to have practice because I know I'm gonna stay at the hotel and just like just being out of like campus and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So for you actually enjoy like staying in a hotel and everything.
yeah, yeah. I like to be alone by myself. Yeah,
Yeah. Because I guess for most people, like, I mean, for me, I don't really know what it's like, so I don't know how I would really react. But a lot of players, like it's pretty annoying, like having to be gone from your house, even like I always love like traveling, like staying in hotels, but then also like I feel like nothing could beat like I don't have like a crazy bed or anything, but like nothing could beat your own bed or what you usually sleep in.
yeah. But like I'm not from here, so just like the fact that I just came like I came from France to the US, I'm always staying in Winston. Like I'm always staying in the dorms. Like I just appreciate it. Like every time I'm getting out of the dorms, if it's
Yeah.
like going to AU or just when we got a tournament with Winston, I'm just like trying to see everything different.
hmm Yeah, I definitely kind of agree where you're coming. I had no idea they had like dorms there and everything, but I guess so. Do you not like staying in the dorms as much? But I'm assuming like the dorm room and a hotel room. I'm assuming is kind of similar. Is it not?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, but it's
it,
more like you're like seeing you're outside of the like you kind of feel like you're trapped in a little bubble. So it feels like you're more exposed to more things.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so someone I really got to ask too, like you're literally basically brand new to America. I mean, we're just having a normal conversation right now. I did ask this off the camera, but just to stay it on here, like it's pretty impressive. You know English pretty well, so just how do you know the language so well?
Uh, I learned with video games. Like I was playing video games since like I'm 12. Like GTA and 2K, it helped me a lot, and just learning English in class. Like that's it.
Yeah. So for me, like I actually don't have any video games in my house. My mom just doesn't she doesn't let us, so I got no like console or anything. But like how is playing because I do know like literally about like 2K, like how does playing 2K help you with your English? Is it because I know they have like the my career mode? Is that how you're able to kind of pick up on some stuff
Yeah,
or help?
yeah,
Yeah.
cause like my console is like in French, so you playing 2K. Obviously like they be talking in English, but like there's subtitles in French, so you just gonna like read and you gonna like trying to learn at the same time.
Yeah. So
And
I mean
GTA is the same thing.
yeah. Yeah. I feel like for me I again like I don't really know what it's like to even have video games in the first place, but I think if I just played the game like a couple times a week and did that thing where it was like stuff like the language that say in French and then subtitles in English, like I don't think I really learn like unless are you like really into video games or you playing a lot so that is that what how you were able to learn so well?
I was really playing video games every time.
Yeah. And I feel like it's like a thing that a lot of basketball players do. They all kind of brag like who's the best on 2K. So would you say like you're maybe one of the better 2K players in the country maybe out of all the high school basketball players?
In the country, I'm not even top five in the dorms, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait. So you were able to learn the whole language and playing the game, but you're not even.
Like I'm like I'm playing my career, but like when you talking about like play now, like 5 on 5, nah, people be like playing zone on 2K, like off balling, and then they're gonna say they're like the best player in the dorms or in the city. That's not they cheating, and then they're gonna say, yeah, I'm the best one, but you be off balling, you're not even playing the right way. So
Yeah.
we're not doing that.
Yeah. So you like playing. So do you like playing My Career the most out of all the modes?
I like playing my career or just like park or pro am with my boys.
Yeah. So I know a park. I don't know what the other one is, but I know My Career. I actually used to watch like on YouTube. Like I didn't want video games that bad, but I just found it so cool how good the graphics were and it was so real. Like I would watch like those YouTubers like do the My Career stuff. So I know that mode pretty well. I definitely find it interesting. But if it makes you feel any better, I was at my friend's house like over the summer, and since I don't have video games, like what I did, like we were playing 2K, and by the time I started getting the hang of it, my mom came up to pick me up. Like I was like crushing this guy in the game, and my mom shows up, and I'm out. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely a fun game for sure, especially because I'm sure you and I both love basketball. But if you kind of share this, like how'd you get the opportunity to come here and to transfer and play at Winston Salem?
What like what you mean
Like
about
like how I mean I guess like how were you able to get here? Like did they reach out to you? Like were you just moving or what?
Oh, just I was working with a guy with a coach in France. He had like couple connections in the US, and like my coach Antonio Lowe was really interested. So he just started recruiting me, and I was already talking about like I was already thinking about going to the US, but like I will say all like July 2020, I start saying like, yeah, I'm trying to go to the US, and like Coach Lowe was like really about project, and we had a really good team, but we unfortunately we did like a really bad season. But yeah, I felt like I wanted to go to the US just like to change my game, be more aggressive and everything. So it helps me a lot.
Yeah. And I don't know like what France is really like, but I know France isn't like a completely like it's a pretty well known country and everything. But oh man, dang, I completely forgot what my question was. I cannot believe it. Bro, I asked this a good question. Oh my gosh, I'm like, bro, I'm in the like complete shock right now. All right, we'll have to get back to that a little bit. Like actually, I mean, I guess maybe man, bro, I'm so sorry,
How
but
you
I'm
gonna
so mad.
forget a question?
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Oh my god, man, this is this is gonna be very funny to look back on and watch. But all right, I'll just ask like, is it really different? In like, does America kind of look and feel different than France? Because I know France is like a slight like it's not I don't think it's not like considered a third world country right now, right?
Nah.
Yeah, so like I'm pretty sure America and France are both like the same country level status thing, but does it feel really different like being here in America and everything that does in France, or do some things look kind of similar?
It's really not similar. Really not. Like the US are like I don't know, that's really different. And like I don't know, I'm just gonna start with like um the lifestyle. Like
Hmm.
here's like I don't know how to say it, but like it's really like like there's a lot of freedom like to like for like kids, freedom in like school, even in basketball. Like the food is different, neighborhood. There's a lot of things are different. So I would not say France and US are similar.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there obviously are like similarities, but yeah, I do. There's definitely a lot of differences, for sure. And I don't want to. And then I'm pretty. So is Big France? Is that your nickname or what?
Yeah, yeah. Like was working out with a trainer and Ari Giles the third for like who's playing for Portland Trail Blazers, and he called me Big France because like I was from France, so like he called me Big France, and I started using that. So I don't know, but like a lot of college coaches, a lot of recruiters call me Big C. Something that I really don't like because it's like I don't know, like Big C. I really don't like that nickname for real. And when I start posting with like big friends, that's when like people just call me big friends. So
Yeah. Did you happen to post anything on your Instagram recently? Like I don't like being called this nickname or something like that, or I might be like dreaming or seeing things, but I could have swore like I saw you put something online about that.
uh I I probably like I put big friends on like my biography on
Yeah.
Instagram and Twitter. But like no, I just put a mixtape and I say just a kid from France as a
Yeah.
caption. Yeah.
So big C, like I mean, I can't really. I mean, there's obviously some bad words start with the letter C, but it's not like the first thing that comes to my mind. Like, why do you not like big? I mean, I guess Big France sounds kind of cooler, but like, there's nothing really wrong with Big C. Like, why don't you like? Why don't you like that?
Why I don't
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like call me like Big C is really really weird. It's just because my name Chris, you gonna call me like Big C. Oh, no, I really
I
don't
mean,
like that.
yeah. I
And
guess because like
like a lot of people be saying like that's gay.
yeah,
Like that's gay. Call me Big C. Like I don't know what they thinking about, but like man, that shit like that's
yeah.
really I don't like it.
Yeah, I guess it's because like it's not as original, you know. Like people could go to me like my name's Isaac. People be like, oh, like Big I, like what's up? Like it's not. Big France is more. I guess it's also pretty basic because like it's kind of like you're from France and everything, but it's definitely a more original nickname. Because if my name was, let's say, I don't know, can't like there's not many C names out there I could really think of. Let's say my name start with a C. You know, I could be called Big C just like you. So it definitely makes you more unique here, being called Big France than Big C.
Yeah, but like a lot of players who come from France come to the US and like having a nickname about like coming from France or something, you're gonna see a
Mhm.
lot of people be calling like Frenchie or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, something already saying. So I wanted to represent the France like because that's my country where I come from. And I was
Mhm.
like big France is really like something that some people already call me like that. So I was like, yeah, why not? I'm just gonna use that nickname.
Yeah. And I'm sure a big reason why they call you Big France is you're a pretty big dude. You're 7 feet, so it's not someone really little. So just what's it like, being a 7 footer?
How is it?
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I will start with like in France, like people just watch you like they be like you weird, like not they you weird, but like they gonna look at you like you're not human, like you're really really tall, but they're not gonna come at you and talk to you. But in the U.S., since like I will swear like every time I'm going out somewhere,
yeah,
I'm getting one question about my height or if I'm playing basketball and you get like I'm just gonna start making a joke like nah I'm not
yeah,
playing basketball, I'm playing tennis or
yeah,
volleyball. Nah, I'm not 7 foot, I'm like 5'11. Like I'm really not 7 like you can't
yeah,
tell that I'm 7 foot, so why you ask me the question?
yeah. So people really do like whack. Yeah, that is something that happens a lot. And yeah, some people say like you're not the first. You're again. I told you you're like the first 7 footer I've done these online interviews with, but obviously you're not the first tall person I've talked to. Like I know. I think the funniest one is people are like, oh, you play basketball? Like, no, I play golf. Or some people are like, no, or I feel like a better one's like, no, what's basketball? I like those for sure. But do you have any? I guess. Well, I guess you haven't really. You said you haven't tried anything funny yet, but I guess next time, like let's say tomorrow, someone's gonna ask you like you play basketball. You think you're gonna give them a different response?
If I'm gonna nah, I'm it's either I'm gonna say yes I'm playing basketball or I'm just gonna say I'm playing tennis, volleyball. I'm not gonna start making jokes just to be funny. I just
Yeah,
want to, I just want them to feel dumb. so they can go away.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, well, actually, no. I actually coincidentally I saw a video. I have to watch. Like, do you know what TED Talks are?
TikTok?
TED. No, it's called a TED Talk, like TED.
Nah,
So it's
nah.
like it's like a lecture kind of thing. I have to watch one for a class, and I searched one up on sports, and it actually one of the things it said, and the TED, I'm not going to tell you like the whole argument of it and everything, but one of the things they brought up in the TED Talk is how I think like maybe six out of every like there's like a extremely small percentage that
Hmm.
somebody above 7 feet in America, like an adult above 7 feet or above in America that doesn't play basketball. Like I think majority of the 7 footers in America, all of them are in the NBA. And yeah, so honestly, like it is kind of common. So thinking about it, like it's a pretty dumb question because yeah, at least according to that statistic, like it's an
Yeah.
extremely rare possibility that a 7 footer would not play basketball. Yeah, that's
I mean,
that's
like
kind of it.
you gotta grow. Like you're not before being 7 footer. Like you 6'3", you 6'5". So if you don't like, if you're growing and you don't like basketball, nobody's gonna force you to play basketball. But
Yeah.
most of the times you're being taught since you're a kid, and everybody's gonna say play basketball, and you're gonna see that you're good because
Mhm.
you're tall. So you're just gonna start playing basketball, and you're gonna love it. That's how I
Yep.
start.
And so I'm sure you do get a lot of questions about being tall, but I feel like this is kind of like almost perfect timing. Like being in a hotel room, even for me. So I guess I'm a whole foot below you. I'm 6 feet. But even when I'm in a hotel room, sometimes my feet might poke a little bit out of the bed and everything. But like for you, when you're in this hotel room and everything, like is stuff a little bit small for you, like the bed or like the height of the ceiling, and the door, and everything.
I'll be ducking every time I see a door. The bed is actually big, so I ain't got like.
Oh, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, okay. Yeah, your sound cut off for like a second.
Oh, so yeah, I was just saying like the bed is enough big to I can sleep well. I ain't got it's not a problem if my feet's like out of the bed for real.
Okay. Are your hands like really big as well too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you ever have like a water bottle near you or like something? Like I just want to see like if I could see like how like big they are.
Um, I don't got a bottle of water. I ain't got nothing. But I don't know how.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you
Uh,
you just like big like
yeah.
that's it.
But it's interesting because like it looks, it like talking to you right now because obviously like we're not like gonna stand up like super far back and like show our whole bodies in the interview. Like talking, like you really can't tell your even on Instagram too. Like unless you like, do you even put your like I don't think you even put your 7 feet anywhere like in your Instagram. Like I had no idea until you told me.
So you thought I was like 6'8", 6'7"?
I mean like I thought you were just the usual basketball. Like, I was not expecting a 7 footer. Like that's a unique thing. So yeah. Like I mean I'm looking at like you look unless this kid's tall you look basically the same height in this picture. So
Nah, this guy was really 6'7", I think.
yeah, but it isn't because think like an inch. This is how big an inch is. Like it's not big, but then it's like
I mean,
it's
on that picture, you can see there's a little dude trapping me, and you can
yeah.
see how
I see that.
yeah, you can see how little it is.
Yeah, no, that I'm definitely able to see for sure. But I'm curious in France, what were you like? Were you on a professional team or like the stuff like in these pictures? Like what team was that?
It was Nanterre. It was my former club. It was actually a professional club, so they had a professional team, obviously, with people who's coming from like Europe, like Spain. Some people coming from the U.S. too. But actually, it was like the EuroLeague Junior. So
Okay.
So it was like a tournament, like there's like EuroLeague, but like
Yep.
doing the EuroLeague for under 18.
Mm-hmm.
So I was playing with the I will say the top, the people be saying is the best player in the world.
Yeah.
So we got invited to the tournament, and we played in the EuroLeague against like uh teams from Spain, Germany, uh I would say Serbia too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like the whole Europe. It was kind of nice. It was really cool.
And is that like, was that the team you were playing for, year round? Or because I'm assuming, like majority of the world, I feel like besides America is all soccer. I know like Paris Saint Germain's, really, really good club and everything. So I guess like what's kind of the basketball culture like in France, and are there a lot of opportunities for you to play and showcase your talents over there, or is it like nothing compared to here?
Compare like I think France, like in France we start doing like a little bit effort with the medias and everything. But before, like in France, it was really really hard to get exposure. You had to do like the French national team, like 16U, 17 or 18 to get exposure. Now, I felt like with some college coaches watching in France, the under 21, under 18 league, and it's kind of tough. You still got overtime France. You got some videos like posting, and a lot of like now you can see like some French prospect in the NBA like Theo Maledon or
Mhm.
Killian Ace, who's like putting more exposure to the country of France.
Yeah, and I don't know how to say his last name. I don't really want to try. Like I feel like I could try, but I'm not. But that guy Victor, who's
Yeah.
7'3", so he's taller than you. What's like? Do you at all? Like, have you ever met him before? Or do you have any like connection to him or anything?
I know Victor since I'm 13. We played together a couple of times. The last 2 years I was playing with him. He he's really really good. He's really like for us like being 7'3" and moving like him is like you got to be. That's a really God given talent, I would say.
Yeah. I'm not like a big fan of his or anything. He literally just came out of my mind. I'm like, oh wait, there's that other really good France player. But I guess for you being 7 foot, like, and you said you did know him. Well, what's it like? At least I don't know if you've seen him since he's became 7'3", but I mean, just the thought of you knowing like this guy's actually taller than you. What's that like?
I mean, he always has been taller than me. Like we never had been at the same level of height. He always has been taller than everybody. And the actual fact is he's younger than everybody too. Like we're not born in the same year, but he was playing up. But even when he was playing up, he was still the tallest one. So it was just crazy when when you were saw him when you were seeing him. But now it's like something. Now he's playing pro, so it's not something that you're amazed by.
Yeah. And I'm actually gonna like my language arts class. We learn a lot about like different languages and kind of how like the English language is like traveled around the world. Just like a bunch of stuff about like languages, stuff like that. And something that when I interviewed the player, I think my most recent interview or whatever that was from Australia. I had him tell me, like, what are some words that you say in Australia you don't say here in America? So, what are some words for things that we say differently in America compared to in France?
What you mean?
Like, so I don't know. Or what do you call French fries?
French fries?
Mm-hmm.
Frites.
Oh, I just realized they're called French fries. Actually, wait, like are French fries from France?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like, see, you call French fries someone like here. He said, I guess in Australia it's different because they speak, I guess, some English. But like, do you know what like cotton candy is?
Nah,
All right,
no idea.
all right. Let me think. What's something crap. What I don't feel like rewatching the interview, but actually not. I might as well. But like, there's a lot of like here, they call French fries like chips. Like that's what they call French fries.
Where
But
in
in
Australia,
Australia, or they call them hot chips. That's what they call them.
it's kind of
But
weird.
here in America, we call them French fries. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, are there any words for stuff in English that are kind of like said differently in France? That if that makes sense, or I guess, or is it maybe a little more difficult to make that comparison since in France you speak a whole different language than here?
There's some word that you got. Yeah, there's some word that we got the same word. We just not gonna say the same because of the accent.
Hmm.
But like you asked me for a word. I don't know, like phone. Like in French, we be saying téléphone.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you're just gonna put like télé before the phone. So yeah.
Yeah. I guess like is there a whole like there I don't know if you know like what Spanglish is. It's like combination of like Spanish and English. Is there like Franglish or
Yeah,
Fran-
exactly. There's a Franglish. Yeah.
yeah.
Like
So
actually people from Montreal, like in Canada,
mhm.
they be speaking the Franglish because they just grew with talking French and they be talking French, but like they gonna speak English at the same time. So yeah. But in French, like nah, in France, you're not gonna see that many people using the Franglish because we're not talking English like that.
Yeah, for sure. And this is something that like so you moved here, in 2020. You said what, July or August?
August.
Oh, August. Yeah. So, I mean, August 2020. I mean, for me, this is when I started doing this interview stuff. So, as much as it was like a terrible year, like for me, I was able to do something pretty cool with my time. But like for most people, like 2020 is like it's almost like a bit like a bad word. Like it's like a horrific year for you to come to a new country where it's not like it's America's not like this. Like and I mean, the world isn't like this. So, was it a really difficult adjustment for you to move countries and in Corona and everything?
Nah, not really. I was like the same thing we're doing, like max and sanitizer, 6 feet. It was not really different. I was already prepared mentally to move to the U.S. So it, I didn't like it. I was not shocked about everything, to be honest.
Yeah. But was it at all like a little harder to adjust? Because I'm sure a lot of people like, was it more difficult to meet people or like kind of go out and see things and like really get a feel for what it's like to live here because a lot of stuff was shut down. A lot of people were just staying inside.
When I came here, I probably I don't I think I talked to nobody for like 2 3 weeks. Like people really think that I was mean or something. I was just not like I was just like trying to learn about everything. Like when I came here, like everybody's talking English. It was really so fast that every time he was talking to me, I was like, "What?" or asking like, "Can you repeat?" But um, I think I would say I took like 2 3 weeks to adjust.
Yeah. And you're not the first person I've ever interviewed that's like not from America and English is not their first language. But I mean, I doubt any of those people are going to watch this interview. But I think you definitely speak the best English out of all of them. Like I think you're probably the most fluent. But just how hard is it to really adjust when all these people like myself, for example, like I'm not slowing down for you or anything. I'm talking the way I talk to anyone else that I know from America. So just how challenging was that for you to really just adjust to just the English language and how people speak it here, and how were you able to get the hang of that?
Um, so so people who was talking English to me was like I said was talking really fast, so I didn't understand at the start. But once I start like learning that like American was talking English really fast, it was really easy because I was understanding everything, and talking is not that hard to me. So I know how to talk English. Sometimes I be struggling like in English class, but nah.
Yeah. It's funny because for me, I'm a naturally, or I guess I'm not, like I'm a fast talker, but when I hear people, because my school, majority of my school actually speaks Spanish, and when I'm hearing like the kids I know talk Spanish, like they sound so they sound like they're rapping and everything. Like, is that kind of how everybody in America sounded to you? Like, do you think that the average American just talks extremely fast? Because I feel like I'm listening to someone speak Spanish or French, like they just go so fast too, is how it sounds like to
I,
me.
I feel like the rappers be talking way faster than like American when I just got here. Like some like American, like now I'm used to it. Like now I'm understanding the lyrics and everything. But in France, when you listening to like U.S. rap or something, you just gonna say nothing right. You ain't gonna say
Yeah.
one word right. You're just gonna like the flow
Mhm.
basically.
I won't lie to you though. Like even when I was like a kid, like even like just pop, like normal like pop songs, like I was always like bad at learning the lyrics. I always got some letter wrong. Like I would just never be like, now I've gotten better at picking up on the words of songs, but I was always bad on that. No matter like what the song was. Like I'd be elementary school like singing some song and everyone's like, "What are you singing?" I'm like, "This song." They're like that's not how it goes. And I'm like, man. Yeah, that be happening to me all the time. And something actually, I'm sure you know the Hoop State Network, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of became obsessed with them for like a little bit. Like I started listening to their podcasts and everything. So I wouldn't say I know too much about Winston Salem Christian or anything like that, but I was listening to their podcasts like and learning about just everything about North Carolina basketball. Like I find it so cool. Just what was this season like? I'm sure it's really different, but just kind of like the way they cover you guys is like you guys are professional, like in the NBA and like full blown celebrities is kind of how they talk about you guys. So just what was it like playing in North Carolina where you're getting coverage from the Hoop State Network and everything, and it's almost like to someone like me listening to hour long podcast basically about like your team. Just how was the season like with all that media attention?
Um, I really cannot answer to that question because we play in front of the Oop State with I would say 3 to 4 times. Yeah. But if I got like for like we are a school. We are a school, so we got our own gym. So we was playing at home. Like most of the time we was playing at home. Most of the team or we ain't got a gym was playing in Rock Hill in South Carolina. And then they was covering about like the hoop state.
Yeah.
So they will be able to answer the question. But me, I really don't know how is it, honestly. Like the games are on YouTube.
Mhm.
They're free sometimes. They're not. When it was like a big game, like I don't know, you saw like Rob or Mikey. They was like getting like they're gonna like make people pay. But if it was not that, it was like basically free.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying like I will literally be doing my homework, listening to the Hoop State podcast. I'm hearing say like, oh, Wisdom Salem Christian this. Like I live in Florida and I'm listening to stuff like talking about your school. So I find that super cool. But didn't you guys did play in weren't you guys in the Hoop State championship?
Yeah. We went to the Whoop State Championship. Yeah. We lost. We lost to Liberty Heights in the first round.
Okay, so I think yeah. I'm pretty sure were they the ones that played combine in the championship?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know they were a favorite, but don't you have to like qualify to make it to the Hoop State Championship? Like I was really wondering why you said the season was kind of not successful.
It was not successful because before the season started, we was supposed to be like one of the top team. We were supposed to be one of the top team in the state and top 25 in the nation. So when we start like low. We had like a good moment. I would say I would say between Thanksgiving and December, and then we just started like getting down. We had like a lot of loss. We lost a lot of games. Like we was getting blown out, and that's why I would say it was really a bad season. Like, yeah, because on
Yeah.
the paper, because on the paper before the season start, we was really really looking good, but we had a lot of injuries. So, yeah.
Luckily for you, like you got next year now coming for you. Just how hungry are you guys for next season now?
Next season is gonna be way different, way different. Well, we had a lot of juniors, and last year we probably had like three seniors. So we had like seven. We had 7 to 8 juniors who's coming back. So we know what we got. We know what we ain't got to do. We know what we got to fix. We got some new pieces coming that we're gonna add to the roster, and everybody is on this ground during the summer. Everybody's getting better. We talking to each other and we saying like we come back, and it's gonna be a way different season.
And playing for Team Curry, they're obviously a very well known AAU team. I guess, but before we kind of get into like playing for Team Curry, did you have a chance to watch Steph Curry on TV yesterday?
Yesterday against Memphis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I guess I'm like when you're watching that game, since you play for Team Curry, like, are you at all like a really big Steph Curry fan? Like, I don't know, were all you guys like going crazy during the games? Sadly, they lost. I wanted them to win too, but like, were you just like going crazy for them during the game, or like, what do you? How are you guys when you watch like Warriors games? I guess since you're sponsored by Stephen Curry.
I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but me, I'm just looking at Steph Curry. Like Steph Curry is the best shooter in the world right now. Like every time I see him going crazy, I'm just like, that's casual. Like I don't know. It was really different when he faced the Lakers because I'm a big LeBron fan since I'm a kid. Like LeBron to me is the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully to Michael Jordan, but when he was facing Stephen Curry and he hit the and he hit the three on Stephen Curry,
Oh, that was crazy.
like I was really like, yo, I don't know what to say, but it was yeah.
Yeah. What I thought was like funny was the whole thing where he said like he was seeing 3 rims and he just shot at the middle one. That was
that's something. He's lying to me. He perfectly see the rim. He perfectly shot it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, him saying that makes it seem even more impressive. But regardless, I'm just glad they won. I hope you think they got like a. I mean, I'm still picking them to win the championship and everything, but you think they got like a really high chance on going back to back or not?
The Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to. I really want to see LeBron to the finals because I don't want people to hate on LeBron for real. But I don't know if they got a chance because the end of the season was really bad for them. I don't know if LeBron just gonna be as good. I hope so. I don't know about AD because AD be inconsistent. So I just hope for real.
Yeah, I think you have a high chance. Like according to the betting odds, they actually have like the second highest chances or something like that to win the whole championship. But I honestly think they have a really high chance. But when you lived in France, like were you watching the NBA there too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not watching it like this because here you got ESPN and everything, but I was watching.
So how does it work? Like, because I know the time zone is like either 7 hours behind or 7 hours later than it is in America. So were you like just watching like the games later than everyone else, or were you like just staying up, like till 5 in the morning your time, like watching the NBA?
I was definitely not staying up during the night. Definitely not. I was not. I was not about to like miss classes or a morning workout for like an NBA game. I was just getting up in the morning and see the score.
Okay.
If it was probably the NBA finals and like the season's probably already in, I'm probably gonna like stay up. But if it was not there, if it was like the regular season, I was not gonna stay up.
Yeah, because that's something I found. I actually went to luckily so not last year, like 2 years ago, like 2019. I went to Israel with my family, and it was right before, or it was the day after the game 7 of the game 6 or 5 of the NBA finals. So luckily, I like didn't miss it or anything, even though it's really not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. But like when I was there, if the NBA Finals was going on, there's no way I could watch that thing live. Like I'd have to wake up like extremely early. So that was something I was super curious about. But now talking about actually another Steph Curry question real quick, then we'll get into more personal stuff. I haven't watched too much of the NBA this year, so I don't know too much, but man, is Steph Curry going to be the MVP? Because I think he definitely should.
I don't think he's gonna get an MVP for it.
Yeah. So who would get it then?
I mean, the top three. I think the top three is like Joel Embiid, Jokic, and Stephen Curry.
Yeah, but just because
I'll go with Embiid.
Okay, because like fellow big guy.
Is my favorite big guy. Easy. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I have a really funny. I wouldn't show it on here, but I have like a hilarious video of him that I might have to send to you after I saw on like Twitter or something. It is very very funny, but definitely not appropriate for this kind of platform and everything. But playing on Team Curry, I know they're loaded. Just what's it like being a part of that team?
What is it?
Yeah. What's it like, and how do you like playing for them?
I mean, you're playing for Stephen Curry.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing like most of the people is gonna say that's Under Armour, that's like it's not AYBL and everything, but like I really appreciate it, like the blessing and just like being from France and like people be like you playing for Stephen Curry, that's something crazy. So even if I do like you don't like it or something, I really appreciate the group and everything. So it's not something that I'm hating on. Like I'm still playing for Stephen Curry. I still got a chance. Like college coach is still gonna see me. So it's always a blessing.
Yeah. And did you guys get to play Strive for Greatness? I don't know. Did you guys play that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is gonna be a little awkward, but I don't know the score. Did you guys win or lose?
Yeah, we won.
Okay. I mean, that's obviously like, even though Bronny wasn't playing with them, like that's a lot of clout on that team. So just what was it like playing against them?
How it was?
Yeah.
I mean, like the whole weekend, like Friday and Saturday, you just saw like a group, like a whole group getting around one court, and nobody's around every court, just but one court, and you just saw like Bronny and Omari Belly being like going to warm up, and everybody like you saw all the cameras all slam overtime, picture report and everything. So when it was like our turn, I had like no fear. I was just about to play my game for real.
Yeah. Did you guys end up crushing them?
Nah, we won by 6.
Okay. Oh, so that's a pretty good game then. That's like I don't know. Did it get on like YouTube or anything, like any of the big platforms or no?
I don't know. I know the game is on Ball TV, but I don't know if like somebody upload the game on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, for you being like being a fan, like it's really cool to see, and I guess kind of a media guy too. Like I see any channel if they post Bronny, Sierra Canyon, Amari Bailey, like those videos have a lot more views than any other video. So for me, like I just find those games so crazy. Like, do you see the significance in playing them kind of just as much as I do? Like I know you playing them, like all eyes are on you now. So do you kind of see that and get that feeling?
Like, tell me that like I gotta go crazy because there's a lot of camera.
Yeah, or more just like do you feel the hype around that game?
Yeah, because a lot of people watching it. A lot of people watching it. It was already a crazy event. Like the on the Rider hoops was really already crazy. But like playing at Strive for Greatness, everybody watching you, everybody's around the court. It's just something crazy. Sometimes you be thinking you just like don't getting dunked on or something because like there's a lot of cameras. So yeah.
For sure. Well, anyways, man, really appreciate you for your time. Definitely a fun interview for sure. I guess before we end this interview, maybe is it a good like closing question? I just want to know. I mean, I feel like you really got a lot that you're representing and everything, whether it's, people you're related to or your friends back home or even the country of France and even yourself personally, but just what's the legacy you want to leave once you step away from the game of basketball?
When I want to leave, like on the
Like,
court.
Like, what do you want to be remembered as? So let's say you happen to have an extremely successful NBA career, you're retired, and I'm telling my kids, or I guess I'm an old man, and I'm like, man, Kreist, and then Harvey say your last name because you're going to remind me at the end of the interview, was, this great player. He was the best person. When everything's all said and done, what do you want people to remember you by?
I just want people to remember that I'm from France and I'm just different because I'm not American. I probably speak well English, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm just still from France. My parents are from Congo, and I just wanted to come to the U.S. just to get exposure, and it really works for me now. I hope it's still gonna work, but the only thing I want like people to know is I was just chasing my dream, and I did like over 6,000 miles from my. I'm living 6,000 miles from my parents, and I just wanted to chase my dream and come to the U.S.
Definitely. Well, anyways, bro, really appreciate you taking your time and everything. Means a lot getting to talk to guys like you. So make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram at Kreist, and then I know it's like a part of your last name, is assuming what your Instagram is, but it's at Kreist.esdk. And I hoops FL. And anyways, please repeat your last name to me because I forgot. It's been a long interview.
Essandoko.
All right, sorry that should be easy. So for 7-footer /center at Winston-Salem Christian School, Kreist Essandoko, I'm Isaac Fleischer. This has been another IUP Self interview. Peace out, guys.
All right.